The confusion around lasting all night. You can last all night with this simple trick. Doctors hate this secret. Men over 40 are failing in bed unless they do this. If you're an adult man, especially over 40, you've likely seen headlines like these. They're everywhere. Short videos, bold claims, dramatic promises, all suggesting that lasting longer is about one hidden technique or miracle supplement. For many men, these messages create pressure, frustration, and even quiet embarrassment. You may start wondering, is something wrong with me? Or why does it seem easier for other men? I understand that concern. My name is Dr. DuPont, and I'm a licensed urologist and men's sexual health specialist. I work with men every day who ask the same question in different ways. Why do some men seem to last so long, and what am I missing? In this video, I'm going to explain what men should stop believing about lasting all night and reveal the real medical reasons behind it. One of these reasons surprises most men because it has very little to do with technique and much more to do with how the body ages internally. Stay with me until the end, because understanding this properly can remove anxiety, improve confidence, and help you take the right steps forward without shame or misinformation. Let's begin first to what lasting all night really means medically. Before we go further, we need to clarify something important. Lasting all night is not a medical term. It's a cultural phrase often exaggerated that usually refers to good control, sustained arousal, confidence, comfort in the body, absence of anxiety. It does not mean hours of non-stop activity, and it does not require extraordinary physiology. In medicine, endurance is influenced by nerves, blood flow, hormones, mental state, and overall health, not willpower alone. Now let's look at the real reasons some men appear to last longer. Point 1. They have stable nervous system control. One of the biggest differences between men who struggle and men who don't is nerve regulation. The body has two main nervous systems involved. The sympathetic system, stress, urgency, rapid response. The parasympathetic system, calm, control, regulation. Men who last longer tend to stay in a balanced parasympathetic state. Men who are anxious, rushed, overstimulated, or stressed often activate the sympathetic system too early, which shortens endurance. This is why chronic stress, poor sleep, and constant mental stimulation can reduce control, even in physically healthy men. This is not weakness, it's physiology. Point 2. Their blood flow is consistent, not maximized. Many men believe lasting longer is about stronger blood flow. In reality, it's about stable blood flow. Healthy endurance depends on flexible blood vessels, good circulation, proper oxygen delivery, controlled pressure changes. Conditions that disrupt this include high blood pressure, diabetes, smoking, obesity, poor cardiovascular fitness. When blood flow is inconsistent, the body compensates by speeding things up, reducing duration. Men with better vascular health often experience smoother, more controlled responses, which naturally increases endurance. Point 3. They don't have hormone imbalance, not just low testosterone. Testosterone is important, but it's not the whole story. Other hormones play a role, including cortisol, stress hormone, insulin, prolactin, thyroid hormones. For example, high cortisol from chronic stress shortens endurance. Insulin resistance affects nerve sensitivity. Poor sleep disrupts hormone signaling. Men who last longer often have better hormonal balance, not necessarily higher testosterone. This is why simply chasing testosterone boosters often disappoints men. Point 4. They are not constantly overstimulated. This point surprises many men. Modern overstimulation, constant screens, novelty, and high-intensity visual input can train the nervous system to expect rapid peaks. Over time, this reduces sensitivity control, trains faster response patterns, makes slower pacing difficult. Men who naturally last longer often have lower stimulation exposure, allow their nervous system to reset, experience arousal more gradually. This is not about moral judgment. It's about neurological conditioning. The brain is part of the sexual system. Point 5. They move their bodies regularly. Physical activity improves endurance far beyond muscles. Movement improves blood vessel flexibility, reduces insulin resistance, lowers stress hormones, improves nerve signaling. supports hormone balance. Men who walk, lift moderately, or stay active tend to have better internal coordination, which translates into better control. Sedentary lifestyles do the opposite. This is one of the strongest predictors of sexual endurance in men over 40. Point 6. They are not afraid of performance. Finally, the most underestimated factor, mental pressure. Men who last longer often don't measure themselves constantly, don't fear failure, don't rush to prove anything. Performance anxiety activates stress pathways that shorten endurance. This creates a cycle. Worry, stress hormones, loss of control, more worry. Breaking this cycle is often more effective than any supplement. Confidence is not arrogance, it's nervous system calm. Why this changes with age. As men age, the body becomes less forgiving of poor habits, more sensitive to stress, slower to recover, more dependent on consistency. What worked at 25 may not work at 45 or 60, and that's normal. Aging is not failure, it's adaptation. What men should stop doing. Based on clinical experience, men should stop comparing themselves to exaggerated claims, believing endurance equals masculinity, chasing instant fixes, ignoring sleep, stress, and movement, feeling ashamed to ask questions. Endurance is a health signal, not a scoreboard. What actually helps most men? From a medical standpoint, the most effective steps are regular sleep, stress management, cardiovascular health, balanced nutrition, open communication, professional guidance when needed. These don't make headlines, but they work. Summary: the real reason some men last longer. Some men last longer because their nervous system stays calm, their blood flow is consistent, their hormones are balanced, their brain is not overstimulated, their body is active, their mind is not under pressure. None of these are genetic superpowers. They are modifiable health factors. Message: gentlemen, lasting longer is not about tricks, pressure, or proving anything. It's about understanding your body and respecting it as it changes. There is no shame in asking questions, adjusting habits, or seeking guidance. In fact, that's strength. Take care of your health, not just your performance. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay balanced, and I'll see you in the next video.